I did my homework.
Finally, someone who listens to our show.
Oh, yay.
Ricky listens.
Yeah, but this is the first person on the show who listened to the show.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Chad, I think, still listens, and Ty listens.
Yeah, but they didn't listen till after they were on the show.
Because it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
I listened to the first episode. I was like, I think the first 10 to download it.
Probably were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We'll just call us OG.
We're at like 188 downloads.
Almost 200.
Almost 200.
All right. You ready?
And of course.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Cool. Welcome to Tales from the Ship. I'm Captain Dan,
I'm First Mate Steph.
and today we have a guest again. We're here
Yay.
with Megan.
Hi.
Megan,
Yes.
I'm going to start. I'm just going to come in hot.
All right, let's go.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your cruising history.
All right. So I think my first cruise was probably 8 years old. And we went on a Disney cruise. And that was epic. So that was my first cruise. Currently, we probably, my family actually did our first family cruise last August for my son's birthday. So that was an interesting event. But I am a mom of two little ones. And yeah, and we cruise as much as we can, honestly. But I think
Yes, one of us.
Yes. I think honestly though, my favorite cruising time was probably during COVID.
Yeah, that was best.
So
You went on a COVID cruise too?
I did.
They went on a COVID Virgin cruise.
No.
No?
Pre-Virgin.
Virgin
Yeah.
wasn't out during COVID.
That's
right, they were going to
delay
delay.
their launch
Yeah,
because
so-
of COVID.
We were like one of the first couple outs of the Scarlet Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like there was not any like paying passengers quite yet. So we were kind of like an invite only type of thing. But so they were still working like their kinks and stuff out. But I mean, I had a freaking blast. And I tell everybody, leave the kids at home and go on a Virgin cruise. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, same.
yeah.
you and your husband, Chris, are the reason that I have a travel agency.
Yes.
So it's because of them.
We are.
Them.
Yeah. So we were
And
like,
then they don't even book their own travel anymore.
we do not. Life got a little crazy after I decided to mom again.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, being a mom is tough.
For sure.
I say that as like a pseudo mom,
You're a mom.
Being a mom is tough.
but
I say that as a fact.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's
but-
just a known fact.
It
not,
is.
Not by me personally, but it's just
you're not a mom.
it's just a known fact. I am not. I am not a mom. I have not shat a human.
No, neither have I.
But you take responsibility for a human, and that's a big feat as a family. So
That's true. I just wouldn't call myself a mom because of it.
besides anatomy, we're good.
So you
Indeed.
your first cruise was a Disney cruise. I didn't realize Disney. This is not me calling you old. I didn't realize Disney has been around that long.
Yeah. So
In the cruise industry.
Yeah, well, duh.
Yeah, so that was probably like 90, 98, maybe 2000. Yeah. It was, I still remember like it was yesterday. It was the Wish. And like my brother was like 3 or 4. And no, maybe this was sooner. I don't think my brother was around. He was born in 95. So maybe I'll have to do my research. I can't quite remember.
Well, if you were
Anyways.
8,
I remember I was old enough to do things, but not all the things. Like, I remember I still had to go to, like, kids club and have, like, this little pager, but I didn't need to be, like, supervised all the time.
sign of the times, though.
Yeah.
The kid tracking device was a beeper.
Yeah, it was a pager. So, yeah. So I
Find
remember
your kids and get your drugs all at the same time.
I remember going to movies. Like, my parents would go out and do whatever they were doing. We were cruising with my mom's best friend and her husband. And they brought their son, who is like our age or my age. And we were, I mean, in movie theaters or going to plays or, doing whatever we did at Disney, but on a cruise ship. But it has definitely much more advanced since the early 2000s.
What?
So,
No.
I know. So it's as a Disney advocate, I love my Disney. I'm excited to bring my family on a Disney cruise for sure and kind of relive that Disney adult in me that I have every weekend going to the park. So, but yeah, no, I love Disney, and I'm very excited that they're always evolving cruise wise.
Yeah, I had my coworker, we were talking, she went on the Wish back in the 90s, and she was telling me about the Animator's Palette dinner.
Yes.
And how it starts, everything's black and white, and then it
Yes.
goes to color.
And then like Fantasia's there, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
She was like, this was the coolest thing because just as the dinner went on, it just everything came to color. Like the waiters changed their clothes. They just
yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's a lot.
You want to sprinkle some Disney magic, there it is.
I mean, yeah. Well, now they've got where you draw, and then your drawings, and they animate them with Crush on the wall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was talking to this guy at Target, and he was
Meghan and her strangers.
Oh, I'm notorious for picking them up, but so he was looking at Disney things for his daughter, and we were talking about how he had actually just gotten off of a ship, and it was the newest ship. I can't remember which one it was, but he was talking about how there was like a bourbon bar on the cruise, and he was like, oh yeah, my kids just went down this like little slide, and then all of a sudden like my wife and I were out doing our own thing, and we were doing like bourbon tastings and this that, and the other, and I was like,
the Dream Dream, that's what we're going on. They have a bourbon tasting, a mixology class. They have like a bunch of them, a beer tasting.
That's crazy.
And I was like, wow, look at Disney being fun.
Hey, cruise. I'm ready for it.
It's like Epcot on a cruise ship.
Yeah. I can't believe the deal we got on it. That was insane. And then Josh and Margaret got an even better deal.
Yeah.
Because they got the chase cards.
I got to go back and touch on something that you said before about your Virgin cruise. You said there weren't any paying customers on there.
Yeah.
Invite only. How'd you come by that?
That was just part of our travel agency. So they were kind of just educating the travel agents on that.
Okay.
So, you want your travel agent to know the cruises that they're selling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what the incentives do for these cruise lines are they're like, hey, we'll let you go on this cruise for whatever we have, and all you got to pay are like port fees or whatever. And so it's a nice little, plug for your travel agent to be able to say, hey, I went on this cruise. I love this cruise. This is why, or this is why I didn't like this cruise. Let me help you, find something else. So it's so important having a cruise, agent that has actually been there,
That's exactly why we're going on Disney, because I was booking somebody, and it thankfully is a friend of ours, but they started asking me questions, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'll Google. Like, I Googled it, and I generally found it, but I was like, I would rather, so I was like, once we find a good deal, and then I just, started looking, and it was, a week and a half later, I called him, and I was like, yo, this is a balcony for $1,500. How do you feel?
Heck yeah, jump on it.
And he was like, just do it. And I was like, because I have to know what it's like.
Oh, yeah.
And now my whole family's going.
Oh, it's amazing how that happens.
You say good deal in a cruise family. It's just like, oh, we're doing that now.
Yeah. So
we also had motivation this time as well. Aside from it's a great deal for it as far as Disney's concerned, but also it's good for the business, but also it's good for content.
Yeah, we have it's a group of 10 travel agents.
Whoa.
Who are all going. They're all a bunch of Disney people. And they all want to be on the podcast.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so they're like, yeah, we want to do this. And I was like, okay, you can't promote your travel agency.
Yeah. So, but
our sponsor won't allow it.
Going back to like being a knowledgeable, advocate for these cruise lines too, is like, you don't go to, a hairstylist and be like, oh, I want blonde hair, and then they've never done that before, right? So like,
right.
So you definitely want someone that's like well versed in, hey, this is what I did, but your family might benefit from X, Y, and Z. So
yeah, I mean, I talked your husband into MSC.
Yeah,
and he told me he enjoyed it.
Yeah, so that was a new thing for us, and I will have to tell you, I was really apprehensive about the whole thing because, it was a new cruise line. We are platinum members for Carnival. So, we get those little perks and things of that nature.
For now.
Yeah, right. So, but, we were really loyal to that one cruise line. And it was always, we got on, we knew what we were getting, right?
Yeah.
Like we knew exactly what we were getting and we were comfortable with that. When we went on the MSC, we had brought my mother-in-law. It was my son's birthday. Like we made a big hoopla of it. So, we brought our 2-year-old, well, then 1-year-old, almost 2-year-old on it. And we're like, okay, well, we got to pack diapers. Do they have a crib for her to sleep in? What are the accommodations for her? Like there is a laundry list of things that like mentally, like what happens if she gets sick? Or what if I run out of diapers? Like we were going on a 4-day cruise and I think I literally packed a carry-on of just diapers because I was like, and you get apprehensive about the whole situation. And so I was like, okay, so after I crossed that bridge and started like, okay, we're here. Like my son can go to the kids club and like literally never wanted us to pick him up ever. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, and it was I'll never forget, like it was his birthday and we were at, their private island and we had like booked a cabana to like stay on the beach and this, that, and the other. And we had also, so one thing that they were building was a diving center. So for those people that are certified divers, like my husband and I, we were like, oh, this would be awesome to do. And, our dream is to always, go travel and dive. I mean, it's the most easiest thing to do. There's all these other places where you can go and there's all these rules and stipulations with diving. And so a cruise is like, you go there, you dive, you come out, you're done, right? And so it's just a check off. So it was really interesting to see that kind of excursion per se happen. So we're interested to go back and see, a year later what has come of that. But the kids loved it. I had my pluses and minuses with, the food and this, that, and the other. But the one thing that we really enjoyed was the teppanyaki thing where they cook in front of you. Yeah. So you have to like pre-warn people that is like a 3-hour dinner.
It is a 3-hour dinner. And unlike if you go to like a place on land, they don't overload you with food. It's like the correct portions.
Oh, for sure.
It's great.
Yeah.
People have gone to teppanyaki and been like, I was really upset at like the lack of food I got at the hibachi place because they're used to getting like 4 piles of rice for one person.
Oh, right. And like my daughter, like all she wanted, she did not care about what was going on. And this server just kept giving her bowls of rice. And that girl was as happy as a clam. And she would be like, okay, done. And she'd throw it on the ground. And the server would be like, oh, I got it. No problem. Like, I mean, as a mom, you're always wanting to like clean up after your kids and stuff. And like, he was like, no problem. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like he just made it that much more enjoyable. So
yeah, we are with being Diamond on MSC, we get a free like specialty dinner. And so usually we go to the steakhouse because they have this, it's an appetizer, but it should be a dessert, but it is a blueberry lemon like goat cheese. And it is so good. And their steaks are fire. But then on top of it, their taco place is $20
Yes.
for unlimited tacos.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Bowl of tacos for a la carte is the best deal.
Yes. And like, I am an elotes girl, and they had some fire elotes. I was like, they're like, do you want anything else? I was like, yep, keep bringing
Just keep bringing those.
I will find room somewhere to keep it all. So I remember their cheese dip too. Like, I mean, they were like, my husband, my mother-in-law were putting it on everything, and they're like, what else do you got? And I was like,
all the tacos, I hurt myself.
Oh, I'm sure
we got like the big plate of nachos for the table, and I was like,
he got one of each taco.
I want one of everything. And then I always get the drink package on MSC. It doesn't apply to the mezcal and the margaritas at Ola Tacos, and they always get me because I don't care. That shit's good.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think like the one thing though, like if you're going to do a family cruise, and I can specifically talk for MSC, I think all their like photo options are really good too. Like their little spots, and they're like, I mean, I think if we are not ones, like we like to go get our family photos done, but like if you're on a cruise, that's the spot to do it.
Well, and you can do like the digital package, and it's like, we did it on our big friend cruise, and it was like $115, $110 or something. And we just were like, come on, friends.
Yeah, let's
go. As long as we're in the photo.
As long as I'm in the photo, you get the photo. So,
right.
Hey, all my friends take photos with me, and we got a bunch of great photos.
Oh, yeah. And that was like, and any little thing too. Like, and so there's a photo spot. All right, let's go. And like every night we like dressed it up a little bit nicer to get those photos.
We both like to dress up nicer on cruises. Like, it's just fun. Like this Disney cruise, we're it's Halloween themed. So we've got pirate night, and then we've got costume night.
I should have freaking gone.
I know. There's still time.
Oh, I just got a job.
It's on Friday. I'll be in late on Monday, and I need Friday off.
Woes me.
I forgot that I had this vacation planned.
Oh, by the way.
So a little bit of background here. Meghan is a Disney nut.
Yes.
Does being on a Disney cruise, I mean, I'm sure you went to Disney proper as a child as well. Did that Disney cruise, that first cruise you were ever on, have anything to do with your Disney affliction?
Affliction? You mean I am the full-blown Disney adult, Dan?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You're one of them.
I am one of them, and I will say aloud and proud. I don't think it started there. I think so I was born and raised most of my life in Orlando. My mother worked for Disney for an affiliated hotel. So like we were always at Disney.
You had all the access.
Oh yeah. Like my mom was a manager on duty at the hotel. I would just hang out at the hotel, and then I would get Aladdin and Jasmine would come into like the kids club every day or whatever. Like I knew people on a first name basis. And so, and then I moved away. So I kind of like detoxed for a while. Right. And then we moved back like 2021 and
you relapsed.
I relapsed
hard.
I relapsed hard. So for those of you that don't personally know me, I have a up tattoo on my arm, as well as about 90 pair of mini ears.
I was gonna say.
And growing. So I'm full-blown Disney adult. So, but the cruises, they're always changing. They're always evolving. So, something that you might have done last year or 2 years ago might not be there, or might still be there 10 years later. So, but, that's just the nature of the beast, too.
I hear their shows are wonderful on the Disney cruises, which is to be expected.
I can't imagine they're anything less than spectacular.
Right. I know you guys are going to have a magical time.
Magical.
Magical.
I've been to Disney once when I was 10, and I was traumatized by it, so I have no desire to ever go back.
I want to go back so bad. But, like, it's to ride the stupid rides from when I was a kid, like the Carousel of Progress.
Oh, yeah.
The nighttime ride, the night.
The Carousel of Progress was really boring.
It's really boring, but I really love it because what they thought was going to happen is not even close.
Right.
But they don't update it. And I love the fact that they're not updating it to be like, oh no, these are actually iPods. Or
I did Alien Encounter and it scared the shit out of me.
That's long gone.
Yeah.
That's like, it's no Stitch's run.
No, Stitch has been gone for almost like 10 years. It's just a vacant building.
Oh.
I mean, there's a restaurant in it. There's some, like, because the building is like an original building, there's like code issues with.
Yeah, it was one of the OG things. It was horrifying. Did you ever do that shit?
Yeah.
I never did it, but my mom and my uncle did it, and it scared the shit out of her. But I was too young to do it. I was like.
Yeah, well, it's really immersive.
Yeah.
When the alien breaks out and vanishes, and then the steam tube at the back of your chair blows breath on your neck.
Yep.
Yeah, awful. Or it was the first or second year the Animal Kingdom was open.
Oh,
that's how
dinosaurs?
long ago this was.
Oh.
No, the Tree of Life show.
Oh, that just got A Bug's Life. That just got retired.
Yeah. So it was the same show for all this time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen it, right?
Many times.
Okay, so when all the bugs go insane and the chair stabs you in the back when the bees come out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I stepped on a hornet's nest when I was 6.
Oh.
And I almost died.
PTSD.
Yeah. So I 2 times in 1 week I got traumatized by Disney. I just no, fuck that. I do want to go to Epcot and drink around the world though.
We used to go a lot when we were kids because we'd come home from Germany. My family all worked there, so we'd get free. Like my family would meet us, give us the tickets, and then they would definitely come inside with us and hang out.
Yeah.
Wait, so that was we got to go a lot when we'd come home from Germany. And then the last time I went was with my ex-sister-in-law before she was my ex-sister-in-law. And my mom won tickets off the radio and she was like, oh, here you go. You guys can go. 'Cause she had never been. And so we spent the day there. And it would have been a lot more fun with my current sister-in-law.
Yeah, for sure. Well, circling back to Carousel of Progress, I will have to tell you something really funny. So Lucas, my 6-year-old, soon to be 7, he wants to go to that ride all the time. And he goes, I want to see Taylor Swift. I want to see Taylor Swift. And there is, for those of you who have not ridden that ride, the little blonde girl looks similar to Taylor Swift, but he's the little baby Swiftie.
That's T Swift, man.
Yeah. So he will convince anybody that it's Taylor Swift when it's not. It's just another blonde girl.
Oh my God.
I was talking to Chris recently because for some reason my mind always decides that Chris is Hispanic.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
But then I look at Lucas and he's so tan.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, are you Hispanic?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but Gabby's also super tan.
She is.
Yeah, that's me.
That's wild.
I have that olive skin complexion. He has that English rosiness. I mean, he'll get tan, but he burns before he tans. It's like your Florida base.
Just the thought of Hispanic Chris made me laugh.
I get mistaken for Hispanic a lot, though.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
People are, they're like, oh, you're tan. You must be Hispanic.
Yep. You have brown hair. Anyways, moving on.
Wow.
Well, I know. So, my first cruise was in 7th grade on, I think it was a Carnival Glory. And that was 2004. When did you move down here?
2004.
It was in 2004 because it was before I moved down here. But we both moved down in the summer of 2004. And then your first cruise wasn't until you were an adult.
Yeah.
Because my parents used to take us for Christmas.
Oh,
that was our Christmas present. They would pay for all of us to get on board, and then you have to, anything else you want, you have to pay for. But they would get us on board.
I my high school, our senior trip was a cruise, and
what?
So
this was so cool.
Yeah, so.
What kind of school did you go to? There's no way they could get away with that now.
Well, it was a private school. So as I'm quickly learning from my child being in private school, they play differently than others.
They do.
which is very nice. So we had a cruise, a senior cruise, and of course, boys with boys, girls with girls. They were interior rooms, like nothing special. Usually there was like 4 people to a room. You could pick who you wanted. I didn't care. I was just getting out of school. Like I was like, whatever.
Right.
Like, so luckily it was just me and this other girl. And we weren't friends at all, but we were just like rooming together. And so like I went out and hung out with my friends, and she did her thing with the weird emo kids. And
Hey, rude.
Sorry. We are so different, but we are the same people at the same time. I love you so much. So yeah, and then we would just like, I mean, all we were really doing was sleeping anyways in the room, and like we would get ready at different times anyways. So it wasn't really that crazy, but it was like,
it's pretty lame though. They would take you on a cruise and then just make you room with whoever.
I think
instead of just being like, hey, who do you want a room with?
I mean, I had all guy friends, so it would be kind of weird to be like, hey, I want to go with X, Y, and Z. Well, anyway, so I didn't really care because girls were lame. So, but anyways, so we just did our own thing, and then we had our scheduled nighttime dinner, and then we just went back to the room and slept. But that was like my last cruise until like I got married. So
how long of a cruise was it?
I think it was like a 4 or 5 day, or like
okay,
short.
Short but good.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I don't even think my school didn't do a senior trip.
No, you got grad night, grad bash.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone
cool.
gets that.
A night. Yeah, my graduating class got us permanently uninvited.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
My high school got permanently uninvited to Universal's grad bash.
Oh,
yeah,
you're one of those.
Listen, I was there for the good times. I was riding rides and eating food and hanging out. Actually, I was hanging out with Steph's brother because we were friends in high school.
They graduated together.
Yeah. But there were other people who were just like fucking in public and getting alcohol poisoning, and
someone's always got to ruin it for somebody.
And doing drugs. That was the night Josh lost his cell phone on the Hulk.
I know, I was there.
Yeah.
It was great.
I didn't get to go to grad bash. My parents told me I had to pay for it.
I paid for mine.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
They paid for my brother's.
So, okay. So going back to cruising.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So you guys went on.
You're demoted. Megan's the first mate for the rest of this interview.
So you guys went on the Scarlet Lady not too long ago, right?
Scarlet and Valiant.
No, we have been on the Valiant and the Resilient Lady. We have not been on the Scarlet Lady.
Okay. So I would assume they're very parallel cruises.
Very, very similar.
There's
right?
a couple things in different places.
Okay.
Like the tattoo shop
Yeah.
and the ship merch place. Swap places.
Yeah, and then they're on most of the ships when they go into dry dock, they're redoing the vegan restaurant. Razzle Dazzle, yeah.
Oh.
And like one's getting, I think the Valiant Lady is getting turned into people are guessing like an elevated Indian. Or something. Yeah, they're just, I don't think that you can have a lot of vegan options with Indian food, but I like the Razzle Dazzle menu there's always openings there. So I think they're trying to.
So circling back to the tattoo shop, I wanted to tell you guys a crazy story. So like when I told you guys earlier, like it was an invite only. So most of these were like travel agents or friends of friends that worked for it or whatever. So I don't know if this is still the case, but like all your ink masters were like tattoo artists on board. So there's like 3 or 4 of them that would kind of, I guess, rotate through, stay at X amount of stint, and then move on.
So they had like famous artists.
Yeah. So
for the non-customers.
Yes, for the non-customers. So, granted, we were still paying for things. So I told Chris, I was like, I'm going to get a tattoo. And he's like, of course you are. And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, why not? Like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't know when I'm going to do it again. Like, let's go. So like, we were like cruising in like the tattoo shop, like when we first got on board. And I was like, I have no idea what I want. Like, but I know I'm going to get it. So I did the smart thing and I booked a session for the day before we got off the ship.
Yep.
And it was like 4:00 in the afternoon. So I was like, okay, well, I won't like be drinking or anything by then. Like, I'll be okay, right? And this was like when we were at their private island. So little did I realize that I was making friends with my tattoo artist throughout the ship, like throughout the 4 or 5 days that we were on board.
Just some random person?
Yeah, I was hanging out with his wife. Like, his wife was on board and she was like we were just vibing. And so I was like, all right, cool. So anyways, we get off this private island and there was like a group of us that kind of were all hanging out together. Like, we just kind of made our own little group and we'd always see each other at breakfast or whatever.
Wait, pause. You said private island. Did they have a private island at one point or has it always been the beach club?
It's always been the beach club.
Oh, okay. Beach club. Okay. Yeah, because it's like
on Bimini, but it's just like
yeah, because I remember like one of the guys rented a golf cart to go to the liquor store to come back, and okay, so this is
and they wouldn't let him back in.
No, they let him back in.
What?
So he went to go get
your own liquor to the beach club.
Yes, so he rented a golf cart, went to the liquor store, and I think he got vodka, like Grey Goose, if I'm not mistaken, and it was I think we had like rented a cabana or something, so we were like hanging out all day at the beach, the bonfires, this, that, and the other, right? We got plastered, like me and him got plastered, and this was like before, like I was doing all the things you don't do before you get a tattoo, like drink, spend all day in the sun, I wasn't eating, like all these things that you are not supposed to do before you get a tattoo, right? And I was like, all right, cool. So it's like 3:00 or whatever, and I was like, all right, I gotta be there at like 4, so I'm gonna go back in and take a nap, right? So I like lay down for a little while, and so as I'm going back from the private island, I'm like, I'm good, like I'm a little toasted, right? And I'm kind of being like guided, but I remember what's going on. I look over on the side of the pier, and I'm like, there's a fucking turtle. There's a fucking turtle. And I am like obsessed with turtles. And I was like, I know what I'm getting. I got a turtle. I went upstairs, almost missed the tattoo appointment, stumbled my way, paid him the $200 or whatever it took for him to do this turtle in like 25 minutes, right? But I have a turtle on my foot, and it will forever be the Virgin Cruise Line tattoo. So.
I want to get one so bad.
Yes.
Yeah, same. You're paying. The artists are really, really good, but you're paying for the novelty.
You're paying premium prices. You're paying for the novelty. The artists are really good. It's all of the things, but honestly, in the grand scheme, it's not that expensive. It's pretty reasonable. You're considering the price of some tattoos. The price of some tattoos.
Be
kind.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Yeah, your series of dots and lines for $200.
I think it was 150.
Whatever.
It's stupid. It was dumb.
It's okay.
It was 40 cents worth of ink.
It was. Yeah, no, I want to do it, but I don't know what I would get. And I know that people go in there and they have like the flash sheet of like anchors and the Virgin V and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Well, there were some, like, I remember like some ladies like wanted to get their whole like chest piece done.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not doing that. Like, that would take up all day or whatever. And they're like, no, like,
no, right. We can do max. I would say they probably do like maybe 2 to 3 hour sessions.
Maybe.
But like, you can get people in and out the door, make an ass ton more money. My other friend, she went on Virgin. Her husband wanted his tattoo, and I think they quoted him like $800 for it, and he was like, "No."
Yeah.
I think I figured out what tattoo I need to get on a Virgin cruise.
What, Dan?
Yeah, gotta be like American traditional, like Sailor Jerry style pinup.
Oh,
you gotta make it tiny though.
Those tattoos do not take a whole lot of time to do. They're very rudimentary.
Rudimentary, my dear Watson.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to be like, hey, whatever ship we happen to be on, Brilliant Lady, Scarlet Lady, Resilient Lady, whatever, I want that as just
like the mermaid for the ship?
Yeah, those are cool.
No.
Oh.
I want a pinup, your vision of what the brilliant lady would be.
Oh.
The resilient lady would be. The Scarlet Lady would whatever it is, draw me a pinup. This is the Scarlet Lady.
Gotcha.
I think that's what I got to go for. I think it'd be cool.
Okay. I want. Go ahead.
Oh, I think one of the coolest things like about Virgin too is like the diversity.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like, I felt like it was appropriate to wear less clothing than what you thought was appropriate. Like,
well, there's no kids,
right? So like, you could
let it hang out.
You could let anything you wanted to
not entirely.
within reason.
I don't think you can actually let it hang out, but
I saw some very scantily clad people, and that were all body types that were very comfortable with their body, and I was like, at the grand scheme of things, you're never going to see these people again. Like, have fun, let loose, like, enjoy yourself, but do it with moderation and class. So, but I remember like they have that dance club there with the mirrors, and everybody was going in there taking photos of the mirrors. And I was wearing like this little cute romper, but I mean, my booty cheeks are definitely hanging out. But like, I was feeling myself, and I was like,
it feels like there's less judgment.
Oh, for sure. And like the LGBTQ community, all of that was like all on board. I mean, everybody was there to pump you up. Like there was no like, I mean, from the staff to the people, like everybody was welcoming and very friendly, and it was really a no judgment zone.
Yeah.
Our last Virgin cruise was in June.
Yeah, they had
Pride Month.
They had like a hide. It was not like a hide and seek, but it was like
it was like Pokemon.
Yeah, it was bar
gotta
drinks.
Catch them all. There's 6 different specialty Pride cocktails. If you collect them all, then you get yourself in a limited. You could potentially get yourself into the limited engagement, like Pride party. I think it was like a 15 or 20 minute thing at one of the bars.
It was in that room with the
manor,
mirror, yeah.
But you could only get in if you collected all the cards from their 6 specialty Pride cocktails.
That's nice.
Most of which were fantastic.
Yeah.
They had a toasted coconut espresso martini.
Yum.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
And then they had one that was just 2 shots.
They did. Yeah, it was just 2 shots. I think it was limoncello or something.
Yeah. So I definitely, when the kids can suffice a little bit on their own, we'll probably revisit that cruise line again for sure.
I mean, yeah. I know that it's our favorite. We go when we can. We're trying to go in March for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Because it's my 35th, which would make it your 36th.
Yeah.
Because you're a year and 2 days older than me.
It's Pisces.
So it would kind of be your birthday too.
It would be.
I'm very used to sharing my birthday with Steph over the years that we've been friends now. It just kind of all meshes together.
I'm just saying, Virgin Cruise for your birthday.
Oh, I hear what you're laying down, Dan. I hear you. So, so we've done Disney, we've done Virgin,
a lot of
Carnival. Yeah, we did Mardi Gras during COVID.
Oh,
so that was fun. So Chris had just had bariatric surgery, so he was like 2 months out from that. And I was actually pregnant with Gabby.
No, you guys sound like a blast.
Oh, we were so fun. It was like our first cruise where we were like not drinking, kind of like low key, but and it was still like post COVID where, they were kind of trickling out the full capacity again and this, that, and the other. But like they urged you to wear a mask, but they were not like enforced. And then like the hand sanitize, the washy guys, this, that, and the other. So, I definitely
The Washy guys got really aggressive post-COVID.
They did.
Yes. So I know that you were talking about last week about the Mardi Gras and how they're doing like a 3 or 4 dayer.
Yeah, so starting in 2027, they're moving to I think it's 4 and 5 night cruises away from the 7 night, and I think it's because the Festivale, I might have been saying that wrong, but is coming out, and I think that's going to take over as like their 7 night cruise out of Port Canaveral. And then the Mardi Gras is going to turn into a 3, 4, 5 night short cruises.
I don't know how you're going to be able to fully immerse the Mardi Gras in 3 days.
See, that's so very similar to that. Our best friend just got off the Utopia, which is massive. And he said the same thing because he's been on the Mardi Gras, but he did a week. And then on the Utopia, they strictly do 4 to 5 night cruises, and you can't.
No, like it's so big. And like with any cruise ship, your first day or so, you're like figuring out what's left, what's right, where things are, where you go to eat. Like you can look at these maps all day long, and you know, we've started like watching YouTube videos prior to going on cruises. So we can figure out where we are.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
My dad will sit there and like watch.
Every time we have a pool day at your parents' house,
we always end up just watching.
All right,
cruise
the rain showed up, so we're gonna go inside, and we go inside and.
What's somebody's next cruise? Oh, you're going on the World America? Let's watch videos on the World America.
Sit there and drink another beer while we watch cruise videos.
And like with the MSC cruise, like Lucas was like watching these YouTube videos like 3 or 4 weeks, and he started like making notes. Like, I want to make sure I go on the pirate ship water park, and I need to make sure I see this jungle cruise, and I need to find X amount of ducks and this, that, and the other. But I know that I don't want to do he was very apprehensive about going on the walkway.
Oh, the Bridge of Sighs.
Yeah.
So we would like
did you walk around deck 8 where they also have glass walkways but it's lower?
No, we just did the tall one.
Oh.
So we would like hang out there at night, right where the walkway is, right? Which makes it even like trippier, right? And so it was kind of like desensitizing him to like the walkway itself, and like we would just casually walk over, and he was like, no way Jose. So he would like sit there and eat pizza, like our late night snacks, and
just sit near the bridge,
and then all of a sudden, like on like the 4th night, we're like not like we could hear him, but we weren't like really paying attention, and he walks across it, and he's like I did it, and like Lucas is autistic, so he's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, you never know like what you're going to get, or some days he has so much courage, and then other days he'll just like shut himself out. So we had to like sit there and like he had to prep himself for days.
That's awesome that he decided beforehand. He's like, I'm definitely not gonna do this.
Yeah,
because like subconsciously he wanted to do it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he is like a thrill-seeking junkie. So
I go out and just hang out on the Bridge of Sighs when we leave port. I love that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, see?
Shocking.
I've been across it many times. Shut up.
Yeah, but you're not a fan.
No.
Shocked.
No, I'm a human.
I'm a demon, I guess.
Yeah, I really like watching the cruise videos because you'll go on there and like you can kind of know what you're getting into, because like I have to know, right? I have to be aware. So like the World America, for a long time we couldn't watch any videos on it because it wasn't built. And now the videos have been coming out, and like I know the things that I'm pumped for. Like they have a brewery at sea.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, yeah.
Did they keep the cigar lounge?
No, that's only on the World Europa.
Fuck.
I don't know. I think it got traded for like a hamburger place or something.
Fucking lame.
I don't. It's not there though. I do know that, but like the World Europa has a cigar lounge. And they have a dry slide, and I think I might do that.
A dry slide.
So instead of the water slides, it's inside. It's a big tube, and you get a magic carpet, if you will, and you.
It's like like the Oasis double wide ship with the big giant like Central Park thing in the middle, but instead of having a giant, aquatic theater in the back, it's just the back.
It's just open.
It's just a flat open deck.
That'll be cool.
And from the very top deck, in the middle of it, is a spiral slide that goes from the top deck all the way down to the bottom of Central Park.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think they call it Central Park, but
they don't. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, that was cool. Like with the Mardi Gras, how they had like different like
it was like cities. Yeah. That's what my parents have told me because they've been on. They're like, yeah, there's like different. They call them cities.
Yeah, there was like Emerald Lagasse, where like restaurant where he would have like beignets and red beans and rice, and then you would go to like a different like place and like. I am all for some Louisiana food, so I was predominantly there. And it was kind of like, but it was like nice too because it was like midship, like kind of towards the center. So you were like, it was a very centralized location too. So, if you wanted to go have some breakfast or some beignets and then go do bingo, like you were right there. You didn't have to like worry about it or whatever. So I liked that aspect of it. And like the theater, like it wasn't like in the front of the ship. It was kind of like in the middle of the ship, but it was like, so you could watch it from like deck like 8 or 9 and like watch it down. So everybody wasn't like crowded in like a theater.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it was kind of like an open theater. So you can kind of casually just like walk through or you can stay and hang out for a while. So
that's cool. We, our best friend went on the Mardi Gras with his mom. They went for free because she's a travel agent.
Yeah.
And so she goes on a metric butt ton of free cruises. And that was... she
gotta get on that.
I'm working on it. And he went and he was like, I'm going to go for free. And I was like, dude, hell yeah.
Do it.
And so he went with his mom for a week. And yeah. Every day he would call us like, oh, this is what I'm doing today. And he did some excursion in Mexico to some ruins. And he was texting us because it was like, he didn't realize it was like a 2.5 hour bus ride there.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing that they don't tell you. I remember when we were in Puerto Rico and we were like doing this rainforest trek or whatever on 4-wheelers. And like it was on the other side of the island. And like I think we actually spent more time in a vehicle than we did on the excursion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what he had and he was like texting us and he's like, I just went past some guys with guns. They weren't official people. And he's like, I'm just in the jungle in Mexico, so
oh, for sure.
And I was like, good luck.
That's like our first cruise. We went to Jamaica. We went to Falmouth when it was a brand new port. I was like, oh, cool. And the only thing I wanted to try and do on this whole cruise was jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, there are plenty of places in the Caribbean where you can do that. One of those places is in Jamaica. I was like, let's go do this. She's like, read all of Steph tells. She's like, you got to read the whole description.
Yeah, that's too much work.
It was so much.
It was a 2.5 to 3 hour bus ride to get from Falmouth, Jamaica, over to the other side, or like a long way down the coast, Jamaican coastline on a bus. Number one, I'm not good with other people driving me. I don't trust other people at the wheel. And yeah, it was a 2-hour coastline to go to basically just a bar that's on the rocks, on the coastline. Well, it's called Rick's Cafe, and it's known for being a place where you can jump off a cliff and then climb up a ladder and be right back at the bar. It sounds sick, but not for that price for that bus.
Think about like the safety of it too. Like you don't like, you're like, oh, okay. I'm like, people always say you should always book excursions through the cruise line. Well, yeah, you should.
You should.
Because
if you're gonna book an excursion,
absolutely
do that.
But like, you don't also realize that these are all like local people that are like transporting you as well. So like you are literally, and this is like my biggest mental obstacle is like, I'm literally trusting somebody where I don't even know their first name with my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm also looking at, I want to go do, what are you trying to do for an excursion? cliff diving.
Yeah.
Can you think of a more unsafe thing to do in a second or third world country?
Why when you get on cruises,
cruise sponsored excursion or not, like you could very easily just die.
Oh, for sure. And like, and it's just amazing that like when you get on cruises, like all of your like rationality like completely goes out the window. You're like, oh yeah, 15 alcoholic drinks, psh, no problem.
NBD.
Yeah.
That's where you're wrong, Chief. I never had that shit to begin with.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the captain.
We I think we've only really done one cruise excursion before, and it was a cooking class in Cozumel, and it was literally like you got in a taxi or a bus and you went like 3 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And you were at a resort, and it was an unlimited, like it was full cooking class with unlimited bar on the beach.
And you got access to the resort
Yeah.
afterwards.
Nice.
And then you took the bus back or a taxi back. That was it. And I was like, that's not bad. Like it was a straight road from like if everything went to shit, I could walk back to the cruise port, right? Like it would suck, but I could do it.
I mean, you'd have to run or you're missing the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
it was a solid like 5 miles up the road.
Oh, well.
I think like one of the scariest ports that we actually like got off the ship and kind of like did our own like exploring was in St. Kitts. And that was a little nerve-wracking.
We've never been to St. Kitts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So St. Kitts,
I've never heard anyone describe any of the Virgin Islands as scary.
Well, okay, so we look like Americans, big surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got there, I think like a couple hours prior to like everybody realizing that we're there. And so the port was all closed still. And we had something going on that day where we needed to be back on the ship for something earlier than what the call time was. And so working in veterinary medicine, one of my old doctors went to did his prereqs in St. Kitts because they have a great veterinary school.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come to America and finish your classes at whatever school and you graduate from, right? So I guess it's like a cheaper way of getting your license, right? So anyway, so we go through port and we kind of like walk past, right? And everything's still kind of closed. So we like actually exit the port and we're like walking around the little town of like St. Kitts. And we like go off the beaten path just a little tidbit. And all of a sudden, like these guys are like following us.
Oh.
And like I got real nervous, real apprehensive, real freaking quick. And I was like, and they were trying to like push like religion on you and this, that, and the other. And like, I felt like we were a target. And I was like, I know that there's like a lot of Americans here, but like if something was to go wrong, that was the place. And I was like, look, we're going to start weaving real quick, like in and out of buildings and things of that nature, and like trying to like lose these people. And we ended up getting back into like the little port area where it was like safer, right? But like when people say don't travel outside of port, like don't. That was one place where I would not.
In Roatan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we did that. We were with Josh and Margaret in Roatan, and they've got the little straw market outside, which had nothing to it because they had just been hit by a hurricane or something. And Margaret wanted to go, and we're like, okay. And like, you know, Margaret's not afraid of anything because of Haiti,
right?
So we're like waiting, and like we walk out
like a rendezvous point in like a fucking spy movie
or Call of Duty.
Yeah, or somewhere you'd end up in Call of Duty.
And like we go in and this guy starts talking to us, and like we're like, you know, not gonna be mean. He was younger. We're talking to him or whatever, and just like, oh no, we're just walking around. There was like 2 vendors in this like 4-story building. And then we leave and he's still following us, and Margaret wanted to go into the other shops across the street, and I was like, I don't like, and as he's walking with us, he's like walking up to people, he's just going
yes. And it's like a call.
So I Roatan is not like a safe, friendly.
Oh, I know.
Place.
We've been there many times.
Like surrounding the cruise port is, safe enough, but there are armed guards with automatic weapons at the gate.
For a reason.
Yep.
So, like, but there's the people out there are like they're people. They're normal people. They're just living their lives. They're selling what they can sell, and it's a little like street of shacks that sell stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was wearing Nikes and a fucking Buccaneers jersey.
Yeah.
But I figured it out later on when we were in the Dominican Republic, because the same thing happened, except this guy was wearing a uniform. This dude just attached himself to us, was following us, and just like walk around and like shake hands, fist bumping random people, talking to the police when it was time to cross the street, or getting the police to block cars so we could cross the street. And I figured it out. I was like, the only difference between this guy and that guy was this guy has a uniform. The city pays this guy to do this, where that guy in Roatan was just taking it upon himself to be industrious, be like, I'm just gonna walk around with these people, and they're gonna throw me some money at the end of the day, and nobody's gonna mess with them if I'm walking with them.
He did try and get us to go to the jungle to buy weed.
So there was yes, but
and we did not.
Yeah, but you remember the high roller dude at the casino on that cruise, the one who kept just walking up to the roulette table and winning thousands of dollars?
Yeah.
That guy went to the jungle and bought weed with him. He had a great time.
Cool.
This dude was like obnoxious, throwing money around and whatever, and he was telling his story to whoever was. He's smoking a cigar. He's like, yeah, I just gave the kid $150. Said, I want to have fun. And they got in somebody's truck and they went up to some, I don't know, some cartel boss. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. That they went up and they were fucking having the time of their lives, just throwing American money at these people.
That is not a thing I would want to do.
So
no, me neither. I'm not equipped for that.
Talking about weed on a cruise. So we were, again, getting on this Virgin cruise where it's invite only, and these ladies are handing us gummies, and like we're like, what is going on here? And like, so we take these gummies and we are like floating high, and that is not like something that like we normally would do. But then the guy next to us on the left and the guy next to us on the right both had like little pens, like vape pens on the deck and stuff like that. And we're like, what is going on? Like, did we not get this memo? Like, so it was just like, this was all prior to cracking down to like the drug dogs that they have now and this, that, and the other. But
I mean, it's still not allowed on any cruise line. It's just not, it's not allowed.
No, it's not.
Medical card or not, whatever, it's not allowed. But that doesn't stop people.
No, it does not.
No.
And
no, we had one cruise where a kid was selling weed on the boat.
What?
Dude, that guy was selling hella weed.
Hella weed.
There was this kid from California. He was like 20. Maybe he was 21. I don't know. But he was a white kid. He was a white kid with cornrow, like with dual French braids, or he got on the cruise with a man bun. He got off the cruise with French braids. But like we were chatting with him because he was a cool dude.
Yeah,
he was friendly. Everybody on the cruise knew him because apparently he sold them all weed. We were talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from California." I was like, "Yo, that's pretty cool." And he just chilling. And then as he walked away, I know what he was doing because as he walked away, he turned around, like gave us the look back while hitting the dab pen, and then just kind of like held contact for a little bit too long, and then he turned around and went on his way. We were talking to him the next day. He was like, "Oh yeah, I traffic cannabis. I traffic marijuana. That's what I do for a living. I don't have a job. I just transport weed across state lines." I was like, "Oh, crazy." He's like, "Yeah, I brought like a lot of weed on this cruise, and I'm almost out already. This is great."
Oh my God.
Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
I was just like, oh.
He was slinging pens
you
and
do you, boo.
flour and...
Yeah. I remember like every morning on the Virgin cruise, we would call it bacon in the buff because they have those little like hammocks on board.
Yeah.
And, an adults only cruise, you know, things, whatever happen. And so every morning we would be on our balcony and the guy next to us would be smoking with his girlfriend. And then I would be in my hammock eating my breakfast. And then the guys couple next to us would be doing their extracurricular activities, and I was
you mean fucking?
Yes. So
wow, they rude.
They would be getting their morning coffee. So so yeah, it was just it's just a whole different breed of cruise lines, but
yeah.
So
I keep trying to convince Steph. I found a cruise today. Well, this week. So MSC owns a luxury cruise liner brand called Explora, and I've been wanting. I want to go on one so bad. Like they only have balcony suites.
Nice.
That's it. Much smaller ships. Everything's included. Like the
super luxury
experience. Well, they have one voyage that they do for the low starting price. This is the cruise. It's in Europe. They do have one that comes that sails in the States, but this one, it's set sail from Rome. It goes straight to Monaco, and it parks at the marina in Monaco for the entire weekend for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Nice.
And you get off the ship, you walk down the pier, you exit the pier into the race paddock, where all the race cars are pitted.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For the low price of $16,500 per person.
Oh, Lord.
No biggie.
No biggie.
Okay. So I know that we want to wrap things up soon, but I have one last question for you guys.
Okay.
So we obviously know what my favorite cruise line is, but what is y'all's favorite cruise line, and what was your favorite destination and why?
So I didn't know what Dan's is. I know his whole entire answer.
I know yours.
No, I don't know if you do.
Okay, well, why don't you say each
other's?
Did
it change? Well, the crew knows mine too, so I'll go first.
Okay.
My favorite cruise line is Virgin.
Yeah.
There's no kids.
His favorite port is Puerto Plata.
Oh, sad
You've
face.
already been demoted from first mate. Do you need to walk the plank?
Don't do it.
Anyway. Yeah, Virgin. Like, there's no kids. The experience is just next level. I never feel crowded. All the food is top notch. They know how to make proper cocktails. The entertainment's great. Like, it checks every single box except for they don't have a drink package, which, whatever. At least I'm getting my money's worth when I buy drinks on a Virgin cruise because they make great cocktails. And my favorite port I've been to, honestly, I've had the most fun recently in Puerto Plata.
Mm-hmm.
Taino Bay is awesome. But it's still a toss-up between Puerto Plata and San Juan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, like, San Juan is... It's at next level. It is still a modern city. It has a historical aspect to it. Almost everybody speaks English, which I'm a fucking gringo, and I really wish I knew how to speak Spanish, but I've never learned. And the food's great. The scenery's great. There's, like, endless shit to do there.
Fair.
Yeah.
So mine is, it's a toss-up. That's why I say this. So I really love Virgin. But with that being said, I am a big fan of MSC with the Aria package, right? Because that does give you a private section,
private bar,
drinks, and it is way more affordable than Virgin. And so that's like, I honestly, like, MSC is probably my favorite because of that, because I can get some extras. And then my favorite port is 100%, without a doubt, no questions asked, MSC's Private Island, Ocean Cay.
You know, I wasn't thinking about private islands.
Theirs was pretty cool.
The
lighthouse show is, I mean, spectacular. Like,
the lighthouse show, the beach party.
Yeah, it's just it's homey. It's
I like it because It's got the swimming area. I'm not a big fan of like the beach part because it's pretty rocky, but we have a like a pop-up tent.
Yeah.
And we take that and we can fit 2 chairs in it. And then we just rent an umbrella and we put it at the feet so then I don't have to be in the sun.
Yeah.
And then we sit on the lagoon side on the opposite side of everything. And so it's not very busy. There's a bar and a bathroom and a food truck right there. There's 2 bars. And so
swimming with sharks is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And so that is like it's like Royal Caribbean's Island has it's a theme park and I'm not there. I want to just be immersed in the ocean or the lagoon. So I would have to probably say MSC and Ocean Cay.
Have you guys done St. Martin's?
Once.
What?
No, we've been twice.
We've been twice. Yeah. We went.
But we never did anything of note while we were there.
I've been
took the
3 times.
Yeah.
Went without you.
I will.
I was in high school.
Yeah. I will never forget taking a boat to where the flyover beaches.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this boat just dropped us off in the middle. It was farther back from the beach area. So it was still a pretty good distance. You couldn't touch the bottom. But you were still having all these planes. It was such a cool experience.
We were on the other side of the island.
Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, we
just took the water cab over to the beach / what is it? Fredericksburg?
Yeah, the Dutch side. And then I went with my family once and we went to the French side to a mall.
The one thing that, going back to the MSC private island, the one thing it was really hard for me as a mom and having kids is that it was not very, they had golf carts, right?
Yeah.
And so, but with everybody all making a mass exodus at the same time and all coming back on the ship at the same time, it was really hard for us to get a seat on one of these golf carts or whatever. So we actually ended up walking, and I was carrying a 30-pound child.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course our cabana was on the far end of the island where oceanside. I mean, when we got there, it was fine. We were planted, but it was just that was the one.
It is a 1.5 mile walk to get to the other side.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was the little hiccup of a minor inconvenience, not going to ruin the experience, but it was just something to take note when traveling with children.
Yeah, I want to do the yacht club.
Yeah, that was cool.
Because they have their personal
shuttle
over there, and it's the yacht club. That'll happen one of these days.
So, I guess before we go, same question to you. You've done this a few times.
Oh, my favorite cruise line. I would have to say Virgin. I am a Virgin girl. I will always remember that experience. And now that I've I will always remember my Virgin cruise experience.
Mine too. It was Royal Caribbean.
Then mine was Disney. But anyways, so I like the adults only factor of it. The drink packet or the lack of drink package, but the drinks there top notch. That was actually a cruise where we disconnected, where we didn't have Wi-Fi, which was interesting having a young child. So, but that's one thing that we like to do is disconnect. So, my favorite port would be St. Martin's. I will go there time and time again. I think one of my cruise bucket lists that I think that is in the works currently is we're planning a 14-dayer through the Panama Canal. So,
nice.
That is logistics wise, it's getting tougher and tougher, but with a lot of potential closings and this, that, and the other. But that is one of our bucket lists. And then
Virgin has one of those in March.
Yes, that's what we're working
on.
on.
Brilliant lady.
I would like to do the Mexican Riviera. That sounds kind of cool. But you know me, I love Mexico.
Yeah.
And then like diving purposes, I think we would definitely want to do like the ABC Islands. So
yeah.
Aruba, Barbados, Curacao. So all top-notch diving locations. So I think it'd be fun to like maybe start like a Facebook group of like all your clients and stuff and like share experiences and stuff like that or find fellow divers that want to go diving or like interest.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
And then like all your podcasters that listen can like communicate and talk to each other.
Well, I have the Facebook group for Tales from the Ship. And I had one for my travel agency, but then I made my website and stopped kind of using it, which probably was a poor decision, but I definitely get more hits on the podcast stuff than the travel agent stuff.
Yeah. But all food for thought. We always liked, if we knew we were going on a ship at a certain week or whatever, join their Facebook groups.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of immerse yourself and get involved and do like the little door prizes or whatever, or like gift exchanges, or there's bar crawls or this, that, and the other. And like you can totally be as involved as you want to be or not. And decorating your doors and things like that. It's just...
Yeah, I join us on there. I join on the groups because I advertise that we're going to be on the ship.
Yeah.
And like, on our last cruise, we met Chad and he was through the Facebook group. And I had a bunch of people reach out to me, but he was the only one who came through. And then the other people were, one was just a guy that started talking to Dan the first night of the cruise, and the other were just two drunk girls.
Yeah. And
they
you
were
know,
nice.
It's crazy because it all started with the Facebook group, right? And like we have met friends that we sailed out of New Orleans with that are like in Texas and stuff. And this lady, she was actually a nurse and she was just part of our like little group. Her and her husband was a firefighter, and she ended up traveling to the Virgin Islands and doing like nursing stuff, locum and stuff like that. And she like really inspired me to like follow my dream and become a nurse. And like, you know, and we'll talk and this, that, and the other. And like, there's like a group of us. So, you know, you find friends in unexpected places.
Yep.
So, you know, as you can be as involved as you want to be, or, you know, kind of live your own life. I'm the one where I want to decorate the doors and wear costumes for every event night and this, that, and the other. And then there's Chris that wants
to go to the sports bar and see what games are on.
Yeah. And but him and I are very different cruisers too. I would rather just lay at the pool, grab a book, and he is the planner where I want to go on excursions. So it's a compromising situation, cruising together sometimes. So
but I'm super easy. I'll go along with whatever Steph wants to do as long as you put a drink in my hand.
Oh, there you go.
You give me a cruise drink, I don't give a shit. What are we doing?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
well,
so we got Megan. Do you, for any reason, want our crew of 188 people?
Oh yeah.
To potentially be able to stalk you online?
Sure.
Like, drop your ats.
So I am Meghan Shepherd on Facebook. TikTok, I am Dive in Disney Mom, or Dive in Disney, one of the two. I don't know. Instagram, I am at Miss Shepherd 2024. Yeah, and feel free to Facebook. I'm predominant on Facebook, so just shoot me a message and I'll get back to you.
Awesome. And then we always, when I do our cover art, I always let our guests pick what they are in the picture. So we've had a snowman and a robot, and I think the other two I made them mermaids because I didn't get a chance to talk to them. They disappeared into the ether.
Robot, mermaids. We've had a seagull in a hat.
Yeah. What would you like to be?
Ooh.
A turtle. Duh.
I mean, yeah, I figured a turtle.
Fucking.
Yeah, a turtle.
I wonder if I could give it Disney ears without getting sued.
I wonder if you could do a scuba diver.
I mean, very easily because he's a deep sea diver.
Oh, you're a deep sea diver. Well, I won't crush on your parade. A turtle will work.
Okay.
Can you make it like magical and fun colors?
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I just try and give people like, hey, what do you want to be?
Yeah, I'll be a turtle.
So
For sure.
cool.
Yeah. And like, if you guys have any Disney questions too, please. I'll soon make Steph and Dan experts, but I mean, if you have any questions, I'm happy to trail you along the way too. So
she knows all the Disney things.
Coming soon, Meghan's Disney Nerd Podcast.
Oh no, I don't have time to podcast, but I'm always willing to take a night to jump on this one. So anytime.
All right. I got nothing else.
Nothing else.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Crew, take it easy. Have a good time. We'll see you next week. Calm seas and clear skies.